UFC Fight Night 262, RDR versus Allen. Man, we got to go over this. Let me get into like the quick just thing of what I'm doing right now. I did not watch all the fights, especially like the tough cookie fights, as Lucas Tracy would call it. Didn't watch much of the women's fights. You know what I'm saying? I had things to do. I was not streaming the fights, but I was watching that Lucas Tracy Bedtime MMA and MMA Guru collab. Man, that was an amazing collab. Let me know if y'all were watching that in the comments, bro, because that was generational, man. That W stream, I was watching that as soon as it started, and of course, Lucas Tracy was late, man. Yeah, amazing stream. But I'm gonna cover the fights that stood out to me because I watched the majority of the fights. I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying, highlight the performances that I want to highlight instead of going over the whole card. All right, Allen versus RDR. RDR got his soul took, bro. It is sad to say. I was on the RDR hype train, bro. I really liked RDR style, even though he didn't seem like, oh, just super elite of the elite, but like that's middleweight, you know what I'm saying? And he seemed like a good grappler, and he was dominant in the first two rounds. In the first two rounds, in the beginning of the first two rounds, he was dominant. But in the end of round one and round two, he was on bottom. He didn't even get those rounds either, like because he would start off good for like 2 minutes and just dominating them, right? Just good transition, back take, all that stuff, and apparently once 2 minutes hits, bro, it's wraps for him because 2 minutes hit, got reversed, and then that was the round. Got reversed because what Allen did, he just stayed on top of him, And how heavy is freaking Brendan Allen, man? He must be like Brock Lesnar, like 300 something pounds, bro. Like, why is he fighting at middleweight apparently? Because like, dude, how heavy can someone be for just RDR to be so gassed? Could not get up, bro. Literally could not get up. And yeah, he kind of just fumbled when he had the back, I'm saying back take against the cage. They were down, right? As Brendan Allen was getting up, he tried to take his back standing. He just got kind of reversed in the second round. And speaking of rounds, he was just defeated in between those rounds, man. Like, I believe Bedtime said he looked like a house cat, like just a house cat lazing about the house or something in between rounds. Because Brendan Allen, he was fresh getting up. I'm saying, like, oh, yeah, just like any other regular fighter. Dude, RDR, he was defeated, bro. He was literally, like, just defeated. He was just exhausted, bro. That's insane. And people were saying, like, remember when the whole Jalen Turner fight with the Renato Moicano, bro? And people were calling him the Tin Man because, like, oh, he's, like, hard on the outside, but he got no heart. Like they're saying that about Jalen Turner, but at least he got actual like ground and pound shots consistently put on him for him to like for the stoppage. You know what I'm saying, dude? RDR, he just quit, bro. Like he literally quit, bro. But I don't know if it was like an injury or something. I might have to look that up, bro, here soon because he literally quit on the stool. Like I thought it was like it was just. If it was just from exhaustion, that is insane. Like, obviously, you don't want like someone like Chael Sonnen says this all the time. If the scariest thing about being a fighter and like in a fight is getting tired in that fight, right? How tired was he, right? If there was no injury and he actually got tired in that fight, dude, like, but basically, like I said, I don't blame someone. Like, if you're super tired and like you literally just can't go on, like you just Gaziev maxing, then I guess like I'm saying you're not able to defend yourself while you're tired and you don't need to get all that extra damage. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's kind of like I still gotta say, oh, you gave. It's still like, oh, you gave up. You know what I'm saying? It's still valid to say you gave up. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Allen took his soul, bro. And it's crazy. He took his soul, but he ain't really have to like. He ain't have to hurt him crazy. He just stay on him. Just stay on for a couple minutes, and he'll give up. And people were there, dude. I think it was MMA Che, was it? I don't know, man. But RDR, man, he could give Hamzat some looks, and I guess maybe. But dude, he's a poor man's Hamzat, bro. I'm low-key dissing RDR now. Dang, my bad. I fucked with RDR, bro, man. He had the momentum. The former champion Robert Whitaker, man. Even though he almost got finished, it was a close fight. But you know what I'm saying, you know. But I was on the RDR hype train, bro. I really messed with RDR. And then, yeah, just for him to quit, man, just got smudged out. And he was like, nah, man, I don't want no more of this. But also, even if, what's the name, RDR got the late round submission, right, it still would have been underwhelming. And it still would have, like, oh, all your aura is lost. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I said, if it was a late round submission, because then by the late rounds you would kind of see like, oh, this wasn't really a good performance from RDR. Like even if he didn't quit, you know what I'm saying, and got the sub in the later rounds, it still wouldn't have amounted to nothing, bro. It would have been like, oh yeah, this guy's not getting a shot at Chimaev, bro. Stool TKO, man. Literally, like I was saying earlier, stool TKO. He quit. He was like, man, I don't want this no more. I put potential injury. I'm gonna look that up, bro. I'm gonna look that up if he got a potential injury. So I looked it up on Twitter, RDR. I really couldn't find nothing at all, bro. But apparently, like at first, but I'm looking on the Show Me the Money podcast Twitter page, you know, Moicano saying, apparently the dog just left from RDR. I'm looking at the X-ray right now. The dog just left from RDR. Okay, so maybe that's the reason why he lost. Cause that's low-key valid, right? That's low-key. But all jokes aside. The dog did leave him, but you know what I'm saying, he don't got the dog in him. But basically, let me lock in. Do y'all think he lost to Robert Whitaker? because it was a very razor close fight. Out of damage, you could say so. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, RDR kind of crafted it up by just grinding Whitaker against the cage, but winning a fight by grinding somebody against the cage at the end of the round is like, is that really winning? You know what I'm saying? So, but still, it's a close fight. I remember people saying like, "Oh, just how shit is Robert Whitaker," but let's get to the next fight, bro. But yeah, no injuries so far. Like I was actually dead ass looking for an injury, but that's what I found. But let's look at Holland versus Mallet, man. Was he milking that nut shot? Was he right? And like everybody else, I was watching the commentator desk stream, right? Lucas, Bedtime, and Guru, right? But and like as they were talking, right, they were talking about, oh yeah, this is the Kevin Holland special. He said he took all the time. He got hit in the nuts, not as bad as the other guy, but you never know like how the nut shot could be. You know what I'm saying? And he took the whole 5 minutes. Apparently, he got some more extra minutes because he was ignoring the officials. That shit was, oh man, because I was watching that, like watching the fight, but I didn't get to see that because I think I had a piss break. You know what I'm saying? Bro got hit in the nuts. I had to hurry up and piss. And yeah, apparently he got more time because he just wasn't. It was just ignoring the officials, man. And once they're like after exchanging, right, he kept kind of adjusting his cup, holding his nuts, right. He would faint, pitter pat, and then like just exit out of the exchange, hold his nuts for a little bit, and it's like, yeah, this is the Kevin Holland way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Find some way to, oh, I lost because of this. Yeah, man, I'm not the champion because of this. You know, the whole Kevin Holland way. You know what I'm saying? It was just funny, vintage Kevin Holland performance, bro. That is funny, man. But yeah, he is quite excuse prone. I never want to call certain things excuses because a lot of things happen in a fight, whether somebody has an injury, say someone like, you know what I'm saying, it's like excuses is what people say, but like when it comes to certain things, I'd be like, oh, that's valid. You know what I'm saying? I can't really call it an excuse by just like, that's just disrespectful. But you know what I'm saying, getting hit in the nuts, that's very valid. But if you can't continue fighting, bro, don't continue fighting, bro. Don't just like, oh yeah, I'm still in the fight, and then just act like you're still hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It seemed like he was milking it, but you know, you never really know. It just really did seem like he was milking it. Well, just in, Kevin Holland was telling us about his nuts. He was telling about how bad his nuts were throbbing on this recent Twitter post, saying that never thought I'd ask my mom to take me to get an ultrasound. Yeah, so apparently his nuts are still throbbing, and I guess it's not an excuse, man. It could have been a real bad nut shot. So, like I said, I don't want to call it an excuse because he did get hit in the nuts, but it just seemed like I just had like kind of a John Jones laugh there, but it just kind of seemed like the Kevin Holland way out. You know what I'm talking about? But man, you never know how his nuts are feeling right now. So yeah, it could be valid, but let's get into Nelson versus Rivola. What was up with the reffing today, bro? What was up with the reffing today? Cause you could even call the Kevin Holland fight off, bro. Cause he was like, yeah, he should have called that off, bro. Cause like I said, it seemed like he was milking it, but you know what I'm saying, if he was the way he was reacting, that was like a call offable fight. You know what I'm saying? No contest. And then on top of that, he didn't even take a point away. He took a point away last time for the last two that nut shotted, bro. But let's get back into this, bro. The refs, man, the refs. Rivola was out, bro. I thought it was a TKO. Everybody thought it was a TKO, but apparently, nah, it just wasn't good enough for the ref. Seeing the guy just arms like not even responding and him looking off to the distance. Yeah, it doesn't matter, man. You're still gonna fight. Just get this ice, recover a little bit, and then yeah, just get back into the fight. It was a definitely war though. Like that was some insane quick recovery. To be honest. But what is up with these refs nowadays, man? Like real talk. I remember the Alvarez versus Vicente Luque fight, man. Whenever they got into that inverted triangle position, I thought like, okay, he's gonna let him work. He's gonna let him work. But the whole round, literally, basically the whole round, they just stayed in that same position. And the refs, man, I guess they're hiring special needs kids for refs, bro. And it's just getting worse and worse. I don't really understand, man. It's I guess the ref's job is to do absolutely nothing. Just say stop and start. But also, man, y'all think it was a robbery, man, with the whole Cheeto fight? I thought it was a robbery, to be honest, but it was a whatever fight. But Cheeto was way more active, man. And then whenever the other fella, man, Zahabi, he wasn't really doing much, throwing little Dominic Cruz combinations, bro, little pit and a pout flurries, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't think Zahabi won that, bro. That's dead ass a robbery. Um, Also, let's lock in y'all the stream, bro, the stream. So with whole Guru MMA, fuck, MMA Guru, Lucas Tracy MMA, and Bedtime MMA. They did the stream, man. They got O'Malley on there. They were calling up, and then potentially, you know what I'm saying, and Guru, he asked about Sandhagen, bro. He asked about Sandhagen, and obviously Sean O'Malley, he has a fight booked with Song Yudong, or I don't know if it's official or booked. I don't know why I just said that, but he's fighting Song Yudong. That's a guaranteed. He's fighting Song Yudong, and you know what I'm saying, shout out Guru for mentioning Sandhagen. But once he mentioned Sandhagen, Sean really didn't really say nothing back. Let's look at the video. He just saying, oh, I still got it. But you know what I'm saying, I feel like that Sandhagen's fight inevitable, bro. If we just let that slip by our hands, that's just so fucked. And when I say Sean O'Malley didn't really say nothing after that, he just kind of transitioned to Cejudo because Guru mentioned Cejudo and Sandhagen, and he was saying Cejudo's fighting Peyton Talbot, and they were talking about that for a little bit. But so when I say, oh, he didn't really mention Sandhagen, that's not me alluding that he's ducking Sandhagen or anything like that. But dude, we really do need that fight. We've been wanting that fight for years now. It just hasn't ended up happening. And obviously, I think Sean O'Malley wins that fight. I thought he wins that fight back in the day, but I don't know, man. Sandhagen, he is a tricky customer, man. He's literally it's gonna be one of obviously Sean O'Malley's toughest fights when it comes to the striking. But maybe Song Yudong, see what Song Yudong can give O'Malley.
He needs to be fucking. He needs to be concussed. That motherfucker stay concussed, bro.
Bro, salty man Holloway. Let me redo this.
Silva called you out for the White House. Is he smoking drugs? Did he not see what Diego Lopez just did to him?
Brutal, come on.
This guy gotta be trolling us, bro. He needs to be fucking. He needs to be concussed.
Yeah.
That motherfucker stay concussed, bro. That's not whatever he's saying. We're not gonna take it serious. Dude, stay concussed, bro.
Okay.
Silva called you out for the
That's
White.
funny. That's funny. Let's see other comments. When Max is telling you have CTE, you're definitely cooked. Gene Silva be beating dudes like Drew Dober and calls out Max. One is smoking. Fight him if you got balls. You're not like Diego. Oh, I forgot. Niggas are retarded on Twitter. Oh my, dude, I actually was about to. I might comment, but you know, engagement baiters, bro, retards. You know how it is, bro. But yeah, he's obviously a 155er, man. He's not a featherweight no more, bro. But yeah.